Hi, I'm Ryan Michael Galloway with We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com, and we've been talking to the indie music coach and social networking expert, especially for musicians, Madalyn Sklar from MadalynSklar.com. And so Madalyn, we were talking about Ustream, and we were about to morph into talking about Foursquare, and I asked you to save that for the next segment because we were going a little long on the last one. So now, I hope I haven't disrupted your momentum too much. But
I get going, you know, with these topics.
Talk to us about Foursquare.
Yeah, Foursquare is really cool, and it's all about utilizing the location-based technology. And what that basically means is using the GPS in your mobile device, your mobile phone, to do some really cool things. Now, some people may have heard of, in the last year and a half, there was a couple of sites that came out that were making waves. One was called Brightkite, one was called Whirl. They were pretty much in the forefront of these location-based network, of a location-based network site where basically the gist of it is you use it on your mobile phone. You use it on your phone, like I have an iPhone, and it's all about checking in where you're at, people knowing where you're at. So people in the same area could end up meeting up at the same place at the same time. And it's a really neat thing. Now, Brightkite and Whirl were cool, but they just didn't really take off and turn mainstream. Mm-hmm. And I tried them both, and I thought they were neat, but I just wasn't feeling like, okay, what's the purpose of this? What would an indie artist get out of this? What's the point? And then Foursquare has been around for about a year, but really started making waves the week before South by Southwest. It was called South by Southwest Interactive. And that's the week before the music event where it's all the techie people and all the different things that go on, you know, in the techie world. And people were going crazy with Foursquare. And what was cool about it is that, you know, they signed up, it's free, they're using it on their phone, whether it's an iPhone, an Android, a BlackBerry, whatever. And you basically check in wherever you're at, and it lets people know that that's where you are, and they may already be there, and you may not even know. But also, you use it to find out, get tips on the place. So let's say you're in Austin for South by Southwest, and you decide to go to Guerrero's Taco place on South Congress, which is a very popular restaurant. And you go in there, you check in. Well, maybe 5 of your friends are already there, and you didn't even know it until you checked in and saw they were there. And then you can click on the tips and see what people say, like, hey, they got the best margaritas. Be sure to order one when you come here, or a particular dish that's like the dish.
Very cool.
So it can be really cool to gather information on places you go to or to discover new places. But what I loved about it during South by Southwest when I was there 2 weeks ago is that my industry friends and my musician friends from all over the country that were using it, I knew where they were and what they were doing while in Austin, because when you're all in the same city together, it'll ping you, and basically it'll come up like a text message with no sound and let you know that so-and-so is at so-and-so right now. So it lets you know where somebody's at. If they remember, of course, to check in. You got to remember to use the thing. But I saw it being really cool, and I was using it, my friends were using it, some of my industry friends, I knew where the hottest parties were because they would check in and say, hey, Snoop Dogg is playing right now at such and such place. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know he was playing South by Southwest. So it was really cool, but I was trying to think, okay, but besides South by Southwest, how else would this be useful? Now that I'm back in Houston and my friends are all over the country, I can see what they're up to, but it really works best when it's local, when people are in your area. So I thought, well, if a band was on tour and they were traveling and they encouraged their fans to be on this with them, and they get to their city and they're pinging, they sit here and check in, hey, we're at the such and such venue, hey, we're playing tonight. Their friends that are following them in that city are going to get that ping. So it's like a text message, and they're going to, I just saw that this could be something really cool and interesting to help reach out to your fans locally when you're in their town.
There are bands that are taking their fans on cruises with them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I can see them hitting a port and everybody fanning out and figuring out where the best places to hang are, and using this thing to go figure out where to come together, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, there's just so many cool things going on that, I always recommend for independent artists that, take advantage opportunities. If there's some new cool buzzworthy site that everybody's talking about, go and check it out. Go register. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but check it out and see if it's something that works for you. I think Foursquare is really cool. All you got to do is go to Foursquare.com. It's Four spelled out, Four Square.com. And if you go to their site, there's a Learn More. There's a link that says Learn More. Click on that. It'll tell you everything you need to know about how this works. And me and my friends are having fun with it, and we've just been having a great time. You know, we know what we're up to, and it's like, hey, I was going to go over there later. I'll go now because you just pinged that you're over there. You know, so I can see a lot of good opportunities with this.
Excellent. And of course, if you'd like to stay up on all the latest stuff, I think one of the best ways is to follow Madalyn's blog. But find out about that, I expect, at Madalynsklar.com. And so we are talking to Madalyn Sklar, the indie music coach, and I am Ryan Michael Galloway with We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com. Thanks.